It's the TEFL Express podcast, brought to you by TEFL Express, your partner in the world of teaching English as a foreign language. For all the latest and greatest in the world of TEFL training and materials, please visit our website at teflexpress.co.uk. Enjoy the show!
Hi, this is the TEFLCast, and my name is Adam. On this episode, I had an excellent conversation with Alistair Vorster of the UK. He had spent some time in India, so we got to hear all about it, and it sounds like an amazing experience. Unfortunately, due to the internet and some of the issues that come with podcasting that way, some of the quality at the beginning of our conversation wasn't the best, and unfortunately had to be cut. That being said, though, we've got plenty of excellent conversation time with Alistair, and I'm definitely going to have him back on the show, and we'll talk again down the road. But for now, let's hear what he had to say.
For around a year and a half, I'd actually been working on what's called a care farm, which is something that's new in the UK, which is kind of therapy-based setting for people with learning disabilities and mental health issues, where they would come to a working farm setting and sort of do activities there as a kind of therapy-based service. And I'd enjoyed working in that setting, working with people, teaching people how to go about doing tasks, interacting with people. But I did feel, because I hadn't actually taken the chance to do a gap year before going to university, and I'd seen other people who had that experience and had obviously kind of grown and learned something from that. I think it had increased their confidence, had given them a new experience and kind of seeing the wider world as well. So I felt like that was something I wanted to do. And I was lucky enough that I was able to sort of save up a bit of money from the job I'd had, and I found a website for AV, so Africa and Asia venture, and they offered a variety of different projects, from teaching and community projects to conservation projects and even sports coaching. And I thought they looked like a good organisation. They offered something unique in the fact that you get to stay with a family. And yeah, I thought it was the right time, and it was something that I wanted to do at that time.
Now, how exactly did you find out about a venture in the first place? Was it word of mouth? Was it something you saw advertised somewhere? I'm just curious. It's an excellent opportunity, and I always love hearing about how people specifically find the organization that they choose.
I actually came across them because of a family member. It was actually my aunt who had been looking for projects for my cousin, who went to school in southwest of England, because A Venture is actually based in the southwest of England. So it was through her that I came across the organisation.
Upon arriving in India, what were your first impressions? What did you feel as soon as you got there?
Well, I think one of the things that really stood out for me was we actually flew into Calcutta, and then we were due to get a train from Calcutta up to the northeast of the country, because where we were teaching was in quite a remote part in sort of foothills of the Himalayas. So we had to get this train from Calcutta station, and just walking into Calcutta station, just the sheer number of people and the kind of noise and the smells and everything going on around there, it was quite it was a bit like a sensory overload.
Okay,
I think.
yeah.
It's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a shock to the system in some ways, because you're in a completely different environment to anything I've sort of experienced before. So yeah, it was a bit of a shock to the system. But then I think that's what I and a lot of other people really, really loved about the Indian experience, was that it offered something really different. And yeah, just that kind of sensory experience, all those people, those smells, those sounds, that's something that kind of really sticks with you. And that was my sort of first impression. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. You're 100% right. Like when you say sensory overload, you just get that many things that are new and hitting you through your ears, your eyes, your nose, everything, and it's overwhelming. It really is. But it's great. It's fantastic. Like, I mean, that's why we travel. That's why we like to experience anything new.
Yeah.